Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force with some more WildStar discussion. I am level 50. There I am, level 50 right here. We are max level, and I want to talk with you guys a little bit about what's going on with max level. Oh, by the way, I'm in my housing area. I've got some nice things like a fireplace here. I've spruced this place up a bit since you've seen it last. I've got the highest tier mineral gathering location, so I can come over here and gather my high-end resources. I've also got myself a nice little vendor station if there's ever anything I want to sell. I've got myself a challenge location, so I come over here once a day and I jump on these, I don't know, blueberries or something, and then I complete a challenge and get myself some decor or some dye. And then I also run around Ragnarus collecting his fire pools, and he gives me some items too. I want to talk with you about Endgame. I want to talk with you about what there is to do at Endgame, what I've been doing so far over the past couple of days. I've been playing this game a heck of a lot since launch. In fact, why don't we find out exactly how long? This is going to be depressing, I am certain. Since the launch of this game, I've put in 3 days and 14 hours worth of playtime. So that is in under a week. I guess it's been about a week, yeah. So I started on Friday, so it's been a little over a week. That makes it no better, but I put in 3 days and 14 hours. In that time, I got to max level, and then for the past day and a half or so, I got max level yesterday. Was it yesterday? It's been like a day and a half or 2 days now that I've been max level, and I've been doing some stuff. I'm starting to get an idea, wrap my head around what there is to do. One of those things that you do is you set up your house. So we did a housing video. We talked about housing. I'm not going to spend the entire time talking about housing, but yeah, I've just got a bunch of stuff. I've put out some trees because I like trees. I've got a bunch of decor bonus, and that's going to give you rested XP. You can see comfort large bonus, aroma medium, ambience large, and pride large. There are 4, and you'd like to get all of them to large. It's going to give you the highest rested XP. Now, when you're max level, who cares about rested XP? Well, actually you do, because at max level, you are then running into what's known as the Elder Point system. And Elder Points, gathering those, allow you to collect Elder Gems, and Elder Gems are used to begin the process of endgame, preparing for raids and doing dungeons and stuff. And oh, look at this 10% group PvE bonus. I don't know if I showed you guys this last time, but once a day, you get to give yourself a little XP bonus for one of 3 things, either PvP, group PvE, or open world adventuring and questing. At max level, since I'm doing a lot of dungeons, it makes sense for me to choose group PvE. That's going to allow me to increase my Elder Points that much quicker. So I'm not going to show you around my house, but it is important to realize, besides all the fun customization and everything that you can do with the housing system, you also want to make sure that you try to get all of these. So I want to focus on getting some more aroma items here, so that I can increase that rested XP. Once again, that will help me increase my gathering of Elder Points. All right, so we're going to head back to town, talk with you guys a little bit about some of the stuff that you're going to be doing. One of the things that you're going to be doing is daily quests. Well, you don't have to, but daily quests are going to be a good way to up your reputation. And then it's also going to be a good way to get some extra currency. Now, the daily quests are happening in a location not too far from here, so I'm going to bring you to it right here. There's an NPC, and once you hit level 50, you'll be able to get a quest from her, and then she takes you to a fun little location known as, I actually don't remember right now, so I need to run with her to find out, the Crimson Badlands. So let's just take a visit to the Crimson Badlands. This video is going to be very casual. Plan to just show you around and talk with you about stuff. So you come to the Crimson Badlands, and you've got quests that reset every day. They're known as daily quests. One of them I get to pick up right here. I believe this NPC gives me a couple, and then I think this guy over here. And there's also another area where you pick up quests. I believe it's just straight across. Maybe it's right at this spot, something like that. But essentially, you'll get quests, and they appear to vary. I've done 2 days worth of these. Once again, I've been level 50 for 2 days, so I've done 2 days worth of these things, and I've had quests in all of these areas. So I've had quests in the southern area, the central area, and then some in the northern area. I've had quests in every area, but it seems like it'll just slightly vary. So one day I had a quest I had to kill these guys, so I'd have to run up here, I have to kill them and stuff. I'm actually wearing all my, this is not good. Wearing all my tanking gear right now. And tanking gear consists of a focus on tech, insight, and grit. At least these are the stats that are focused here as the engineer. So yeah, this is my tanking set. It actually looks kind of cool. I really like the look of my tanking weapon. Check this bad boy out. It is very, very cool looking. It's very sharp. But my stats are not good for dealing damage, and since we're in this area and we're going to want to be dealing damage, we're going to have to switch stuff up. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to go over here, switch to my first action set, which is my DPS action set, and then we're just going to quickly swap out our gear. I am sure, if there aren't already, that there will eventually... Yes. That there will eventually be add-ons that allow you to hot swap all of your gear, but there's nothing innately in the game at the moment that lets you do it, and this is my DPS set. It looks a little different. I'm actually wearing leather shoulders because they are... I don't know why I'm vibrating, by the way. This is very strange. My character is just vibrating oddly. I'm wearing leather shoulders. Normally I'd want to wear heavy because I'm a heavy wearing class, but this is an epic, and it's got some great stats: finesse, brutality, moxie, crit severity rating. All of that's good for me. You also notice I really haven't put any runes in. We've got a bunch of rune slots. I'm not going to rune any of the blue gear unless it's blue gear that I'm obviously holding on to for a while. And I just picked up this epic recently, but I'm going to start runing that. It's just adding stats. It's the same thing as like gemming and WoW or whatever. So I'll have quests here. Sometimes it's to kill these guys. So I run up here, I kill a bunch of these guys. And then when I'm done killing them, I get some reputation as well as some gold. And I've also gotten a few amount of... again, I've just done this for 2 days, but every day it seems like I've gotten 1 or 2 really good blues. And blues are selling... Blues are probably... That's the cutoff for me selling stuff on the auction house. So I'll come here, I'll do these quests, I'll get gold. Again, I'm getting... I appear to be, at least in these 2 days that I've tried so far, getting some good items. Sometime one of them I've actually had been able to use. It was decent for me, but beyond that, it's good stuff to sell in the auction house to try to make some money. I don't have a lot of money right now, only 80 gold. Prior to this, I had like 3 or 4 platinum. I ended up spending a bunch of money leveling up my crafting to the max level. I was also very surprised. In literally 3 or 4 hours, I leveled up crafting to max level from level 1 because I did not focus on it while leveling up at all. I did focus on gathering mines and salvaging my gear to get those crafting components, but the actual act of making things and leveling the crafting, I just did in an afternoon. It was incredibly quick. Now, that does not mean that I can do everything there is to do in crafting. There's this whole research process, but I've leveled up as far as you can go, but I need to put in time to gathering certain mats and researching things before I can do much more. So yes, this is, once again, I just sort of wanted to take you on a quick tour around. I'm not going to show you this entire area, but you come to this small little island known as the Crimson Badlands, and this is where you are going to be doing dailies, and the enemy faction appears to be in the same location. I don't know if there are multiple spots for dailies, but this is the one that I've seen so far. There's also an elite sort of character. He's underground here, and these little pods will transport you to different parts of the island, sort of for quick traversing, if you will. So there's this guy. In the past 2 days, every day I've come down here, there's been a quest off of this item here, and then I have to kill him, and again, it's just daily quests. It's daily quests for increasing currency and reputation. I still don't know what the reputation's even for. I am assuming, I was told by my guild members, which I've buddied up here with a group of people who are going to be into serious PvE, and that's something I really haven't done with in recent MMOs that I used to do back in WoW. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm with some guys who were doing good runs. We're clearing the veteran stuff, and I guess that's the next thing that we need to talk about. So beyond daily quest, what else is there to do at max level? Well, you're also going to want to start preparing. There's two things, okay? You can either focus on PvP, which as soon as you hit max level, you can start doing the rated stuff. So you can enter rated arenas. You can do I think it's 2s, 3s, and 5s, I believe is what they have in WildStar. And you can enter the rated arenas, and you can try to get like a high rating score, for example. I believe the highest rating for arenas needed for the current top tier PvP gear is like 1900 rating. So if you're familiar with the World of Warcraft system, it goes by a similar like scaling, I believe, or something, something like that. But so you can do PvP, you can do battlegrounds. There's battlegrounds and arenas. And let me just pop up the queue just to show you exactly. So you can see there's rated battlegrounds, rated arenas, and then while you're leveling up, you can do practice grounds and arenas. But at max level, you can start doing these, and then with this, you're going to be able to begin purchasing your PvP gear. And the PvP gear vendor is located right on the other side of Legion's Way. I suppose we can just make a quick trip on over there just so I can show you. Now, I myself have not really jumped into the PvP at all, and there's a reason for that. I don't have people to PvP with. I don't know anybody who's serious about PvP. I've got this guild. They appear to be decent players that are interested in PvE progression. I love the PvE in this game. I'm really interested in doing that, but I'm not going to lie. A majority of my MMO career in the past was focused on PvP. I just absolutely loved it. I love the competition. I love whooping butt. It's a lot of fun for me. So that's something I am interested in, and if I found some serious PvPers, I'll probably jump into it. But I, at the moment, know very, very little. I just know that there's lots of people. Look at all these guys gathered around the PvP vendors here that are definitely interested in that. So you're going to do PvP. In the process of doing PvP, you will collect what is known as prestige, and then you use that prestige to purchase this gear. So you'll notice there's different level ranges. Something that this game definitely needs to work on is its presentation of things. Like, look at this. This is you've got to scroll through all these, and then like plus and minus. I just think I don't know, looks a little sloppy. I don't think it's as slick as it could be. But anywho, so we've got these different level gears, and there's a leveling process, and then there's the max level stuff. So you can see this right here. At level 50, you can purchase these gear sets, and all you need to do is PvP, collect your prestige, and then once you have enough prestige, you're level 50, you can purchase this gear and use it. And there's, for me, each of these will be, I will only see engineering gear. If you're a different class, you will see different gear on this guy. But so if I go here to this right here, this is the base level 50, so this is the lowest level. This is a lower level PvP gear that is assault focused. So this is focused on doing damage. You'll notice it's got similar stats to my DPS gear, focusing on finesse and moxie. But then it's also got the additional stat of the PvP offense and PvP defense. I just attribute that to being it's a PvP stat, like resilience was in World of Warcraft. And I'm sorry if I reference that a lot. It's just because that's the MMO that I played for the longest amount of time, and it's probably the one that most of you have played for the longest amount of time as well if you're watching my channel. So there's support and assault, and they're going to do this for all the classes. So you either want to be DPS, or depending on your class, you can also be a tank or a healer. So for me as an engineer, I could do PvP support, in which instead of finesse and brutality and moxie, we'll focus on tech and insight and grit. And you can see that the PvP support gear for the engineer does that, focuses on tech, insight, and then grit, which is health. But then beyond this base level, there's the second highest level. This is the purple PvP gear, and this one requires a arena rating. So if you want to get this set of PvP purple gear, you need at least a 1500 rating in Battlegrounds. And it looks like this is all Battlegrounds. Yes, Battleground rating. So let's check the support gear. It looks like the support gear is also all Battleground rating. So that just requires 1500. Now let's go below that, because I believe there is so yeah, again, you level up there's 3 types of PvP. There's Battlegrounds, which are you know what Battlegrounds are. 2 teams fight against each other, different objectives. There's arenas. 2 teams just kill each other, not objective based, just all killing each other based. And the arenas in this game have respawns. And then besides those 2, there's also this thing known as war plots, in which 2 big teams, they are 40-man teams, 2 big teams build up this big fortress with defensive and offensive structures, and then you place it, you queue up against another big team, and both of your structures face off from each other, and then 2 teams of 40 fight each other trying to get into the opponent's structure. I'm not entirely sure what happens from there. Once more, forgive me, I'm not fully versed on the PvP itself. So yes, you're going to be doing your house stuff. You're going to be doing daily quests. You're going to be doing PvP if you're interested in PvP. Now, what I've been doing, because I'm focused on PvE at the moment, I have been preparing for raids, and preparing for raids is the process of collecting Elder Gems. Right at the start of the video, I talked with you about the Elder Points. So what happens is, if you're in the max level areas, so for example, if you're doing daily quest, while you kill things, you will accumulate Elder Point experience. Now, as this Elder Point experience bar fills up, you are going to get Elder Gems. There is a cap for every week, and how it works is the further you progress in this experience bar, and every time you ding up, you're going to get an Elder Gem, and then you are capped at 150 Elder Gems a week. I believe the reset day is, I think it's like every Tuesday or something, don't know the exact time, but it resets once a week, allowing you to collect more Elder Gems. Now, once more, I have only been max level for like 2 days. I already almost have 150 Elder Gems. It seems very, very easy to cap this. And you'll notice if I mouse over here, it says I am 96.2% to the Elder Point weekly max. And you can see right here, I've got 134 out of 150, and that's essentially where that percentage is coming from. Now, with those Elder Points, why are you collecting Elder Points? Well, the point of collecting Elder Points, number one, I'm doing this through queuing up through the Veteran Adventures. And the primary Veteran Adventure that everyone's doing right now is War in the Wilds. It seems to be the quickest for acquiring gear, for acquiring Elder Points and Elder Gems, and yeah, that's just it. It seems to be the quickest and the easiest that everyone's been spamming. So that's what I've been doing. I've been spamming that adventure, and all I do is I get a group of my guildmates. Sometimes it's a full group, sometimes it's not. And then we go here, we go to Adventures, and we go to Veteran War in the Wilds. I also have access to Veteran Malgrave Trail, and I think there's 1 or 2 more Veteran Adventures available. I just haven't unlocked them yet. But you just spam these, build up your Elder Points. We're trying to collect gear in the process. Also, with our Elder Gems, we can purchase gear from this vendor right here. So this is the Elder Gem vendor. 2 things. First thing, we are first and foremost saving up our first 150 to get the Genesis key. Now, with the Genesis key, we are going to be able to do this attunement quest, and there is attunement for raiding. So this is the process that I'm going through right now. I am spamming Veteran Dungeons. I am spamming Veteran Adventures. I'm getting gear from those adventures. I'm getting Elder Points from those adventures. I can use those Elder Points here at this guy to get gear. So I can collect, say, for 90 Elder Gems, or I need to, in order to purchase this, I need to meet the requirements of killing Storm Talon and Storm Talon's lair on the Veteran difficulty. So I can't purchase this until I've done the Veteran Dungeons. But right now, we're doing the Veteran Adventures. We're getting gear from that. And then I'm going to move in the Veteran Dungeons. I will be getting gear from the Veteran Dungeons. I will also unlock the ability to purchase this gear from this guy, the Elder Gem vendor. And all of this is in preparation to begin raiding. Raiding's probably going to be a few weeks, maybe a month off. I don't know how long that process of gearing up for is going to take, but it is not going to be instantaneous. I will not be doing it tomorrow. I will not be doing it probably next week. I'm assuming I'm going to want a full set of purples or something like that. But yeah, and I'm going to show you guys some of the Veteran Dungeons because I plan to be doing that next week for a good chunk of time. So once I do that, we'll take a look at that. This Elder Gem vendor isn't just for prepping to start your raids, though. He's actually got some raid gear. So we look at something like this, the Datascape gear. Now, in order to do this, you must kill people in Datascape. And look at this. This is legendary gear, or whatever that rating's called. It's orange gear, so it's high-level gear. It's got some great high-level stats. This is the PvP set. Is there a... I'm sorry, this is the DPS set. Is there a... Yeah, so this is support gear right here with tech, and then grit, and then deflection, plus a bunch of rune. So this is like a good tanking piece that I'll pick up. And that's what I'm doing in PvE. I have been tanking the crap out of what I've been running so far. I plan to tank a bunch as well once we begin those Veteran Dungeons. That's a process that I'll start going through next week. I will show you guys some coverage, and I think that pretty much does it for this video. I really just wanted to talk with you about what there is to do and what I've been doing when it comes to endgame at the moment in WildStar. I'm preparing for Veteran Dungeons. I'm going to start spamming Veteran Dungeons, and then we will begin raiding. And I think that's when the real interesting stuff's going to commence. And I'm really looking forward to showing it to you guys. I want you guys to see what I want to see what WildStar rating's like. I want to see if it's something that'll keep me sticking around. But I'll say this. I think it's a really good sign that I've essentially grouped up with a bunch of strangers, people that I don't know personally, for the sake of PvE progression. That's something that I haven't really been super inclined to do in the past in MMOs that I've jumped into, but this is the first one where I'm like, this seems polished enough. It is a well put together game. It's very smooth. There's some bugs right now, really annoying ones like interface bugs and some AMPs, which are basically passives. Some of those aren't working for my class. There are some problems. It's not perfect. But it's very polished. I think it's well put together, and again, I'm interested enough to make the commitment to be grouped with people who are going to be start progressing soon, and I can't wait to see that. So I'm going to show that to you guys, and yeah, expect more WildStar in the future. Sorry for rambling on, I do that sometimes, but hope you guys enjoyed the video discussion of things to do in Endgame in WildStar. I'll see you guys next week with some more coverage. I'm going to try to be doing a WildStar video once every 2 days or so, just to keep you guys up to date and show off some of the stuff that there is to see. And I think now I'm going to go back to my house. I really like my house. It's a nice place to be. So we'll just check that out as we leave. Thanks guys so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you again next week with more WildStar coverage. Should have some other gaming coverage coming up this weekend too. So stay tuned for that if you are interested. Nice chatting with you guys. Have a fantastic day. Keep watching and keep owning. So I got a bunch of stuff. I got a trophy here. I don't even remember what this is from, but I got that trophy. I got myself a bunch of plushies here. Look at these guys. They're kind of cute. I got a pig roasting right there. I got a, it's like a mug or something. I don't know. Chew a mug. Pile of logs over there. I've collected all, I think I've done some stuff on the inside. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot. That's a fire extinguisher. Looks kind of like a fish tank to me. Well, I guess there's the hose and stuff. I got some trophies here in my little trophy case. Some things or whatever. There's a face on there. I got myself a nice little mantle for my bed. There's a flower that's not within a pot. I don't know how that happens. I want to customize more of the inside, but I'm liking the outside, man. I put up a lot of trees and stuff, and I like trees. I like nature and stuff. I want to have some animals frolicking around in here if I can. I think that'd be kind of fun. You know? Yeah, okay, I'll shut up now.